Hatchlings, it's DragonFeather and welcome back to our channel. On today's episode, we're here for another episode in the Crystals 101 series, and we are going to talk about how to use a crystal circle, or a circle of crystals, as a portal into different realms, realities, or vibrations, or higher forms of consciousness, if that makes sense. So, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, I was meditating in a circle of crystals, and I'll do this occasionally in ritual or not in ritual. It's very meditational sometimes, but sometimes it's very ritualistic. But I will use this circle of crystals in order to create sacred space. Now, I know I have footage of a ritual that I did with the tribe when we went to my cabin for my birthday. I'll definitely show you guys like that circle, because that circle was like an even bigger version of what I'm about to tell you guys about. But I'm talking about like a personal circle for meditation only. So like very, very small circle, not a circle big enough to encompass a ritual space. So using crystals in a circle to meditate is very powerful because essentially you're acting as the center of the crystal grid. So essentially you are connecting all of these crystals' energy to work together to produce a desired effect, or to produce a desired magical experience, basically. You can cast spells in these crystals. You can cast spells in the crystals. You can cast spells in these crystal circles, and it can amplify the energy of your particular spell. So especially if you work with each individual crystal before doing this and program them for a particular intention, then that's just going to make it even more powerful. So I know some people have been asking me how to like make bigger spells work. Well, if you want to make bigger spells work, you got to learn how to raise more energy. You got to be able to raise the amount of energy that is needed to manifest whatever you're trying to manifest, with the spell or whatever, be it money, be it, a weather spell, whatever have you, you're going to need to be able to raise that equal exchange of energy, basically. So when you're in this circle of crystals, I prefer to do this mostly just meditating because it's very relaxing, and the circle of crystals acts as a protective barrier, and you can use this to actually cast a circle. If you take each individual crystal and program them or hold them in your hands, here, let me give you guys an example. So here's a crystal, for example, and say you have like maybe 30 or 40 crystals, maybe even less than that, to have a crystal circle. Either way, you're going to take each individual crystal and hold it in your hand, and and you can like sit in a meditative position and like tell the crystal that you're open to their energy. Please be open to my energy and open to my love, and may you feel it as your own. And then ask the crystal to help you or to assist you basically in what you want to accomplish. So say that you wanted to meditate in a circle of crystals to bring about protection. Then you would say, please help me protect myself in this circle, so mote it be, or however you want to word it. It's basically up to you how you want to program your crystals, and you can do it for whatever, literally any desire you have. It doesn't have to just be protection. That's just the example I gave you guys. But yeah, you basically just take these crystals, whatever crystals you have, and hold them in your hand and like charge them and put your intent into them, and do that to each one individually, because when you do that, you're going to make each crystal like act as its own little battery of energy. I don't really know how to explain it, but just like a producer of the energy, to where it can add to your energy already. And if you put your intention into it, then it already knows what's going on, basically. So you're not just in a circle of crystals and you're like, okay, ready guys, we didn't talk about this, but let's do this. You know what I mean? I know that might sound silly because I'm like referring to like they're like rocks, but they're crystals, and they're much different than rocks on a molecular level. Therefore, they vibrate differently and have different energies. So it's pretty much up to you if you're open to that energy in order to be able to use them this way. And it takes practice. Like when you meditate in a circle of crystals, you can't expect the first time to like get into another dimension or get into another reality or astral project or lucid dream or whatever it is. You can't just assume that that's going to happen like right off the get-go, because more than likely It's not going to happen the first time, and it's going to be a practice, just like witchcraft is. It's a practice, it gets better over time. And that's kind of what makes the craft so powerful, is because the more time, the more of yourself you invest into it, the more you're going to get out of it. So the same thing works with meditating with crystals and working with crystals. The more you work with them on an individual basis, the more powerful your magic is going to become, or the more energy they will be willing to contribute to your circle. You can use whatever crystals you want when you meditate in a circle to have whatever desired effect that you want. I honestly just recommend using the crystals that you have, because sometimes we don't have very many crystals, or we don't have all of one kind of crystal, so we just kind of use what we got, and that's totally fine. And you can use tumbled stones, you can use, really fancy stones, you can use clusters, you can use whatever you want. It's completely up to you. It's just like, get the crystals that you want to work with, and then program them, work with them, get to know them on an individual basis. And my cat, you're so doofy. She's eating grass. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Keisha just likes to eat things and then throw up on our new carpet, and it's not cool. When you get all of these individual crystals, and you get enough crystals that you can work with, you can even cast a circle with crystals only using 8 crystals. Think about the Wheel of the Year, the Wiccan Wheel of the Year, the Pagan Wheel of the Year. You have 8 sabbats, and that makes a circle. So you can use a crystal in each of those directional points to create your crystal. So you have one in the north, one in the south, one in the east, one in the west, and then one in between each of them. So you have 8, and you have a circle. Even if you don't have enough to, make a complete circle with all the crystals touching, that's fine. It doesn't matter. It's up to you and what you have and what, you want to create more than anything. But for me personally, I've always used a miscellaneous random selection of crystals. That just is a bunch of different kinds of crystals, because when you use all of their different properties and all of their different energies, they just add more and more energy to your circle. But if you want to do something that's specifically for, say, self-love, then maybe meditating in a circle of rose quartz would be a good idea. Maybe meditating in a circle of amethyst would be a good idea to work on, your psychic abilities. You know what I mean? So it's going to really depend on the situation and what you're trying to accomplish and what you're trying to go for. But when you're trying to get into other realities, I recommend using crystals that resonate mostly with your third eye and crown chakra. I also recommend using crystals like titanium aura quartz, which is good for, astral communication, or using spirit quartz because it helps communicate with the spirit realms. Using crystals like that have the higher vibrational energies are going to help you when you want to go to a different reality. Me personally, I like to use meditation in a circle of crystals to travel to my inner world, to travel to my inner realms and discover more about who I am and where I came from and why the hell I'm here on this planet. What are you doing? Why are you here? Go figure it out, you know what I mean? So it's I use my meditation in crystal circles like that the most. However, on my birthday, I held a ritual with the tribe and with, my close friends and loved ones, and we used all of our crystals together to create a circle for all of us to have this ritual. Now, it was the first ritual we formally had together, but it was a lot of fun, and it was so beautiful, and it was it was such a unique experience. And when you use crystals as a circle for ritual space, then basically you would want to program each of your crystals to help you create sacred space as a world between worlds, and for protection from unwanted energies and unwanted spirits and negative anything and stuff that you don't want to have interrupt you with your, your practice or whatever you're trying to accomplish. So really the possibilities are endless with this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have a comment or a question, please leave them down below and let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for watching my videos. Literally, I love making videos so much, and I love communicating with you, and I love learning from you guys, and you guys teach me so much. I know that might sound weird for me to say, but I learn so much from you guys. So thank you so much for being a part of my day and for choosing to spend some of your day with me. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and until next time, stay geeky, cheeky, and freaky, little hatchlings. Blessed be, and bye. Hatchlings, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment telling me why, and subscribe to see what I'll post next. If you love my content, please become a sponsor over at Patreon. It helps keep the channel going so I can post awesome videos for you guys. All the links will be down below. But until next time, stay geeky, cheeky, and freaky, little hatchlings. Blessed be, and peace!